Hello, hello, and welcome, my friends. It is time for January Pick a Stick Challenge. Shell and I do this each month, and I just want to share with you that this is coming to you from our live stream, which happens on Thursdays at 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. So if you're interested in joining us live, join us on Art Joy of Sharing for that process. Hi, everybody. Today we're doing the Pick a Stick Challenge for January 2019. This challenge starts off with step number 1 is reduction. And in order to do that for my page, first I want to talk about reduction because it seemed to be a big question on everybody's minds. We do this as part of our monthly challenge. We do an artist trading card and a journal page, and it's based on random picks of sticks. And the word prompts are just that. They're word prompts, and you can interpret them the way that you want to. You just need to start and do the process and make your art. So, don't let the words intimidate you. I'm going to pick a stencil to use for my process. I have a page that I have some green paint down on because one of the prompts is the colors, which are green and white. And so I had already gessoed and painted this page. And I'm going to use some distress crayons, and some gesso on my page. And then I'm going to put the stencil over top and do a reduction. And this is what I choose to do for reduction, is I'm reducing the amount of paint that you see by using a baby wipe and removing it from the page. Now, this next prompt is tissue. And I have these jelly printed tissue papers, and I'm just going to pick a paper and tear it and glue it down with a Yoo-hoo glue stick, or I guess wasn't Yoo-hoo. Anyway, I'm going to use a glue stick, glue down these papers, and I'm going to glue them in a zigzag fashion because the prompt number 3 is zigzag, and I might as well incorporate as much of the prompt information into what I'm doing as I can as I work on my page. So there you go. You see the zigzag starting to be created going across my page. So I'm going to continue to glue those down, and then I will move on to the next step. So step number 4 is pour. And I'm thinking, well, what do I want to pour? And I'm looking at my stash of stuff. I'm going back to the days where I have a whole bunch of stuff and I need to use it up. So I'm going to grab some really old embossing powder in a couple of different colors. And I'm going to use my Versamark pad and a stencil and put that on the page. Now, this I'm showing how to create a zigzag stitch by using a tool. It's pretty hard to see in the video, so we'll just kind of move ahead here and get on with this. So now I'm going to show you the embossing powders I have. One is kind of a light green, very granular, and the other is a very fine kind of bronzy copper color. And I like those two in combination. The green and copper makes a nice combination of color for my page. I already have a bit of the gold and green on my page, so I'm using that stencil and getting my image onto the page by putting the Versamark through there. And then now you can see, because we go back and forth between what Shell does and I do, you can't see the whole process because we don't have the video camera on for the whole thing. But if you want to see the whole thing being done, then you can skip over to our Art Joy of Sharing page and watch there. Now, the next thing was Napkin, and so I'm taking a little bit of license with that. I have this tissue, which is the back side of a napkin, that I'm going to glue down to the middle of my page. This is how I'm going to calm down some of those brighter areas, just by taking that white napkin and gluing it with some DecoArt Media uh, napkin collage paste. And yeah, I'm going to put that down. And then I'm also going to use this tissue paper that has leaves on it. These are stamped images from a friend of mine, and I'm putting them all the way across the page because I want this to be a little bit about nature. So once I have the tissue glued in place, I'm going to grab another Stencil Girl stencil. This one is from Gwen LaFleur, and I'm going to use some gesso and gesso the butterfly as my focal image on the page. And then I'm going to use a glitter product. I think it's from Creative Expressions out of the UK, to add some glittery effects. I will use some pens and other things to enhance my image. To grunge up the page, I'm using some DecoArt Fluid Media paints that I've watered down a bit. This happens to be the Payne's Gray and Nickel Azo Gold, and just using that to unify the background and to get it to the point where I'm grimy, which is the final prompt on the Pick a Stick challenge. So the butterfly and everything after that point is just how I finish off the page after I've done all the prompts. And I'm kind of trying out different stencils here, seeing what I want to use for the focal point. That's when I grab that butterfly that I absolutely love from Gwen. And I'm asking the people in the audience, do they want the butterfly? Do they want the bird? And we settle on the butterfly. So anyway, that's about it from me for today. I want to thank you for having watched this. If you want to see the entire playback, then go over to Art Joyous Sharing. I do spend, a few minutes after the show is over doing some refining, so stick around for the final shots because I have photos at the end, and if you're doing something sparkly or glittery or shimmery, it always shows up better in the photographs than it does on the actual video. So I invite you to stick around and take a look at those, and then join our groups. Remember to share the video if you like this, and I want to invite you over to our Facebook groups. That's Pick a Stick Challenge and Art Joy of Sharing. And be sure and watch Shell and what she's doing this month too. So thanks everybody, and I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.